Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today in this particular video I'm going to be talking about Demodex Mange, which is what my foster puppies have. So this is Edwina and this is Shenzi, and they're my two current foster puppies from the Houston SPCA, and they're both battling with a very severe case of mange. Before we get into their skin condition, I just wanted to briefly touch on their background. Shenzi and Ed were rescued from a hoarding situation. The renters of this home in Katy, Texas abandoned their home 5 days prior to the police raiding it, and they locked the doors with like 22 dogs inside. When the police raided the house, they found 3 dead dogs, all dead at different times, and the remaining 19 dogs were transferred to the Houston SPCA for treatment, and that's how I got Ed and Shenzi. Now that I've gone through their story, and I'm just going to focus on their skin issue. First and foremost, what is mange? There are 2 different types of mange, and both are drastically different, and you need to know and understand the differences. So mange is a condition caused by tiny mites that infest the dog's skin or in their hair follicles, and there are 2 main types. The first type is sarcoptic mange, which is known as canine scabies, are known as scabies, and Demodex Mange, which is called Demodex, and that's what my fosters currently have. Ed, do you want to come here? Come here. Ed, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. No? Okay. So here are kind of the difference. So sarcoptic mange is highly contagious to other dogs and even humans. Like if you guys have ever heard of humans getting scabies, like it's the same mites, and it causes intense itching. It causes red, scabby skins, and it can be spread very quickly. So in shelters and kennels and stuff, it's spread insanely quickly through the dogs, but usually you can get canine scabies from direct contact or like shared bedding. Wow, that's a grip. Okay, Demodex Mange is not contagious, which is what they have. Every dog actually has Demodex mites on their skin, like kind of naturally, but when their immune system is weakened due to stress, neglect, illness, poor nutrition, the mites, they multiply and they cause like skin issues, which obviously. Come here. Can you show everyone? Can you come front and center? Come on, Ed. Come here. Come here. To find out what type of mange your dog has, you have to take them to the veterinarian. The vet will, usually they'll take a skin scrape, and from that skin scrape, they kind of look underneath the microscope to see which mite is on your dog's skin. And they usually will take a skin scrape from where the dog is losing hair, or like where they can see the problems are. Hi. Can you come here? Can you come sit on my lap so we can show everyone your face, who you are and stuff? Hi. This is Edwin. I actually named them both after the hyenas from The Lion King because they look like the hyenas from The Lion King. I named her after Ed, the crazy one with the crazy eyes, right? Hi. Okay. Back to what I was saying. So underneath the vet is going to take a skin scrape. They're going to look underneath the microscope, and they're going to find one of these 2 mites, or they might not find anything at all. But Demodex mites are like kind of long, like the long sprinkled shape, and they live inside of your dog's like hair follicles. And sarcoptic mites are like, they're rounder and they're smaller, and they burrow inside of your dog's like skin, like inside of their epidermis. So one invades your dogs through the hair follicles, which is how they get in, and the other one just like bites your dog's skin and gets into their epidermis. Both types of mange, very uncomfortable for dogs, but they require different treatments. My dogs have Demodex mange, which is like the long burrowing kind into the hair follicles. So that's kind of like my sole focus on this video. Demodex mange can show up in a few different ways, and here's kind of what to look for. Hair loss around like the eyes, the muzzle, and the legs. Obviously, they've surpassed just hair loss around the eyes, the muzzles, and the legs. Red, irritated, thickened skin, like crusty, flaky, scabby skin as well, which she does have. She has way more scabby, thickening skin than Ed does. Ed, stop. They have occasional itching, but it's not at all as severe as sarcoptic mange. Now, with sarcoptic mange, your dog is scratching to the point where they're breaking their skin, they're bleeding, and they're crying because it just itches so much, and there's nothing that they can do about it. Like in super severe cases, which again, what they have, a bacterial infection will set in, and that adds to the discomfort. Come here, Edwina. Obviously, my foster puppies are the severe case, having lost most of their fur, leaving just their skin, right? So most dogs who get Demodex mange, they get them from their mothers while nursing. This is actually completely normal, but the problem actually starts when their immune system can't help keep the mites in check. And this usually happens with like puppies, mostly puppies, senior dogs, dogs that undergo a lot of stress, poor living condition, which obviously poor living condition. Okay. Where's your toy? And dogs with health issues or suffering from malnutrition, which they are for sure suffering from malnutrition. Hey, don't bite your sister's leg. So it's not really just about like cleanliness or neglect alone. It's also like a health and immune system issue, because if your dog's immune system cannot fight the mites will grow and they'll multiply, and then they'll eventually invade your dog's whole body. Like with my current fosters, I have to really keep focus on keeping them clean, getting their health and their immune system back to what they need to be. But like the very, very good news about Demodex mange is that it is very treatable. And right. And so Demodex mange is very treatable. Like I'm going to go over their treatment plan right now. We are doing medicated baths. I'm using benzoyl peroxide to exfoliate their skin and leaving on their skin during the bath for about like 10 to 15 minutes. And I clean and exfoliate their skin, or I bathe them every other day as of right now. It'll be less and less as they grow back more hair. The shelter is giving them like oral and topical intervention. Today we are actually going to the vet to get more ivermectin. But what really helps fight the mites off of your dog's body is like neck scar, Bravecto, like flea and tick and heartworm prevention. There's usually active ingredients in there that help keep the mites off of your dog's body and kills the mites. Also, we are doing we're doing high quality food, and eventually we're going to do supplements as well, just to help boost their immune system, get them their omega-3s, promote skin healing. Right now, I'm not doing any supplements right away because I'm still trying to stabilize their diet, coming from like such a neglectful situation. And coming from that, not eating food or eating like just grass and dirt and stuff, and going into like a complete nutritious diet does really mess with their body. It causes like liquid diarrhea or like really bad stool and tummy aches. And also, this is very important, but just like a stable, low stress living situation that will help them recover How long will it take for them to recover? It takes usually several weeks to even a few months, but most dogs will make a full recovery. So why are my dogs dark gray right now? And they have Demodex Mange. Like, why are they this color? The biggest reason why they're this color, okay, stop it, is hyperpigmentation. It's their body's response to like just the chronic inflammation and also like the mites. Just the mites. As the skin, their skin gets damaged, right? From obviously the mites burrowing in their hair follicles, scratching, infections, and also like the prolonged irritation. It produces like melanin, and the pigment gives the skin its color. Oh my God. So over time, it will cause the skin to kind of gray or look brown or even like maybe even black, especially in the areas where the mange is like not treated. And obviously both of them are just full on gray. So like they have mange all over their body. Hi. Aside from the hyperpigmentation, they also have like these tiny black flakes that fall off of them every time they move, every day. Just like the black flakes are literally everywhere on my floor. As you can see, Jesus. The Demodex mites, they damage the hair follicles and the skin becomes inflamed and it starts to like flake off. Like the blackness in the flakes that are being flaked off is due to like obviously oxidation, or it's the pigmentation from the extra melanin that's produced on their skin. They also have dry scabs. Shenzi, you can't see it now, she had a lot of dry scabs that like darkened over time due to oxidation, and also their secondary bacterial infection as well. These scabs, they crest over, they get darker, and they fall off. Also, like dirt and debris that they get like from just living gets trapped into like their pores, and which then also oxidizes and causes like open sores and stuff, and all of that like kind of dries out, flakes off during scratching and also during medicated baths. Like, no, guys, like my medicated baths is what's taking off all of the flakes, and we really want to take everything up, all of the flakes and stuff. Oh my gosh. Also, last but not least, and also most disgusting, what's flaking off is mite waste, skin buildup. This is a severe case, so there's most likely a lot of Demodex mite waste that they're releasing inside of the follicles of them, and it's just getting flaked off. Also, you can't see it through my foster puppies also smell really, really, really bad. And this is coming from the dead skin oils and also the mite waste. The skin, obviously, it tries to heal their skin, even though they're in terrible condition, like their skin, and they have like somewhat of an immune system. It'll try and like recover, it'll try and heal itself and stuff. And like the skin trying to heal itself it produces like excess oil, and the excess oil combined with the dead skin, combined with the mite waste, the buildup, it kind of turns into this really terrible smell. And said like anal juice smell if it's not being cleaned regularly. They also, on top of just whatever is happening to create that rancid smell, they have a secondary bacterial infection, which then adds onto them like a sour smell, because like as they're scratching, as their skin is just producing all of this oil, it gives bacteria a chance to kind of like come in and grow and fester inside of their skin. Right now, we are tackling the skin issues and the strong odor with weekly medicated baths and also oral antibiotics that they are taking for the next like 2 weeks. In this current video right now, they've had 3 baths so far. So after I brought them home the first day, I gave them their first bath. Within about 15 minutes, they smelled terrible again. 15 minutes. And after their second bath, the smell didn't come back for like 18 hours. So obviously that's a huge, huge, huge improvement. It's a good sign that I'm moving them in the right direction to like healing. On top of all that, I do change their bedding every single day. Like every single night before they go to bed, I'll change their bedding. I'll like wipe them down and change their bedding. And having like new bedding provides like just a clean space, and it controls the odor like on them and also like in my home as well. And every single time they move, stuff falls off of their skin. So like new, constant, fresh bedding helps tremendously. Because of the mange, my foster puppies have lost 90% of their fur, as you guys can tell. And their fur is not just to make them look pretty, because they look pretty now. A lot of people have asked me if these are those Mexican hairless dogs, and they really wanted to adopt them because they thought they were the Mexican hairless dogs. But their fur regulates their body temperature. And without their fur, I have to regulate their body temperature. So underneath this bed that they're playing on right now is a heating pad that's on all the time. The heating pad really calms them down and actually gets them to sleep comfortably, or else they'll just be cold, very, very cold. And I try my best to keep them like, oh, Jesus Christ, guys, I try my best to make sure that they're warm. When I first brought them home, I noticed that their licks were really cold. Their paws were really cold. Their nose, and also those are the signs that your dog is cold. And they were sleeping in a ball. This is obviously going to be a long road ahead. I'm really happy that they're feeling better. No. Focus. 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 I'm really glad you guys are feeling better. And this concludes my video on Demodex Mange. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments. If you have any questions about sarcoptic mange, I unfortunately cannot answer any of them because I haven't personally dealt with that. Oh, no. But they will make a full recovery. Their hair will grow back. Right now, we are just in like the limbo time where we have to focus on their immune system, their health, their nutrition, keeping them clean, keeping them smell not bad, and then they will then in turn make a full recovery. But yeah, thank you for watching that shit show. Yeah, that's it.